So they arrested 34 individuals, including Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier, Portland Trailblazers coach Chauncey Billups, and former NBA player Damon Jones in a multi-state operation targeting illegal gambling and sports rigging tied to organized crime families like the Bonanos and the Gambino. I have to say it like that, sorry. The schemes, active since 2019, that's 6 years ago, involved manipulating at least 7 NBA games and rigging high-stakes poker games with advanced cheating devices, funneling tens of millions to criminal enterprises. Obviously, the NBA has suspended Rozier and Billups and pledged full cooperation with the ongoing investigation. So this is what's going on. Oh my God. Now you've got LeBron James involved in this. This is coming off the heels of they just started the season. The Knicks won their game opener last night. I watched the game. By the way, really quickly, free poll. I grew up in that era of the Larry Birds, Dr. J, Kareem, Magic, the bad boys of Detroit, the Pistons, the Bulls when they were coming up. I mean, to me, they elevated the game of NBA, which actually it's proven statistically even before the 80s. The NBA was like ranked 15th or 20th popular sport. They elevated the NBA to the heights that it is now, and everybody playing today, everybody who's getting major deals today, including LeBum, they owe everything to the past. And don't even get me started on the GOAT debate. It is without a question. I wouldn't even, you know what? And it's not because maybe I'm a little biased. I wouldn't even put LeBron James in the top 5. Not even in the top 5. I would put Bird, Kareem, Dr. J, Kobe, Jordan. I mean, there's so many other players that I would put above James. Anybody who calls LeBron James the GOAT, you need a lobotomy. I don't know. You need to get your head checked. So this is really, really insane timing. You've got guys like Stephen A. Smith saying this is all politicized. He's getting so much hate online because he's saying this is all Trump. This is all, even though this investigation took place in Biden's term, it's just ridiculous. So here, this is where things get super interesting because now LeBron James is dragged into this. So this is what happened. This is what he did. Details of LeBron James's injury status were sold by his pal and former Los Angeles Lakers coach, Damon Jones, as part of a massive prop betting scheme, according to court docs and law enforcement sources. Jones, an ex-Cleveland Cavs player and, quote, unofficial assistant coach, end quote, for the Lakers during the 2022-23 season, sent a message to one of the betting ring members on February 9th, 2023, urging him to place a large bet on the Lakers' opponent, the Bucks, because James would be out with an injury that night. Holy mackerel. If that is confirmed and true, it is game over. Apparently, Jones texted this, quote, get a big bet on Milwaukee tonight before the information is out, exclamation point. The player, whom sources identified as James himself, did not play after reporting a lower body injury, and the Lakers lost. Jones is a longtime friend of James who played with him on the Cavs earlier in James's career. Jones also separately received $2,500 for hawking a supposed injury tip, which turned out to be bogus, about another Lakers star before a January 15th, 2024 game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Court papers say that Jones claimed to have learned that from the Lakers trainer that one of the Lakers' best players during the 2023-24 season was injured and only going to play a limited amount of minutes that night. Jones told co-defendant Eric Ernest, who shared the tip with Marvis Fairley, who touted himself online as a successful sports bettor who used the moniker, quote, Vizino Locks, end quote. Fairley then placed a $100,000 bet against the Lakers. Wow. However, the star player played in the game after all, and the Lakers won 112-105. The mystery player was not named, but the Lakers were led in scoring that night by multi-time All-Star Anthony Davis, who put up, he's now playing for the Mavs, which I saw their game last night, put up 27 points that night in the win. A fed up Fairley afterward requested that Jones pay the $2,500 back, but Jones insisted that he'd still received, quote, credible non-public information, end quote, regarding the unnamed player that day. It's unclear if Jones returned the money. Oh my goodness gracious me. This is absolutely out of control. Okay, now I'm going to share with you. So this, I mean, before I get to these mobster text messages, which are just out of this world, can you imagine what the NBA is doing right now? Scrambling right now, trying to figure out like what in the world is going on right now and how are they going to fix this? The season just started. Sports betting became more kind of national and more widespread once they became they got approval for legalization across the board online. You've got companies like FanDuel and BetGM. I don't know. Do you bet on sports? I mean, I do it when I'm in Vegas. You know, I'm not really much of a sports bettor. Maybe with friends, you know, I have friendly things like that, but nothing crazy. I play poker once in a while, of course, but nothing nuts. Are you a sports bettor? Let me know in the comments and let me know what you think this is going to impact and how this will really have an effect on sports betting moving forward. This is absolutely huge. I mean, all of these arrests, the FBI is involved, multiple state and local officials are involved. You almost want to say karma here. And the reason I say that is, and again, this might be personal too. I'll be totally honest because I just get so pissed off at the NBA, not only for allowing LeBron James to carry on like this, defaming America, disrespecting the country that's literally given him everything, and then some, unbelievable thriving prosperity. But the fact that they went so woke over the last 4 or 5, 6 years and really embraced woke ideologies and BLM and Antifa and just not having the balls to stand up for what's right. So I don't know. There's a part of me that feels this is karma, but I'd love to get your thoughts and opinions on this. Here, let's check this out. This is absolutely insane. These are the mafioso mobster texts. I feel like a movie's bound to happen. Scorsese's probably going to buy the rights. This is insane. Check this out. So here are the text messages between alleged mafia members charged in this insane NBA sports betting conspiracy. This was made public in the indictment today, showing the inner workings of the multi-million-dollar scheme. Extortion of John Doe number 5, as charged in count 5 of the indictment in or about November 2022, Zhen Hu assaulted, one of these guys assaulted John Doe number 5, a poker player, for not paying him a gambling bet. On November 5th, 2022, Zhen Hu sent the following threats to John Doe number 5. Hey, I'm sorry for the glare here. This is actually from the actual indictment. Yeah, you not going to pay me? I'll do the voices. No, I'm sorry, I won't. And then he says, gosh, I can't see. What does he say there? Anyway, he says something like, I'm not going to. Jonathan Hughes says, watch what's good now. You've been running your mouth unchecked. In the days that followed, Zhen Hu punched John Doe number 5, which Zhen Hu confirmed in another text message sent to another individual on November 9th, 2022. Yeah, he punched somebody in the face the other day. Stuff's unraveling quick. He doesn't say stuff. He says the other word. I mean, this is unbelievable. I mean, look at some of these names. Like, are you kidding me right now? This is crazy. Similarly, when defendants Awade and Gallo joined the rigged poker scheme, they had already been operating the Washington Place game with the backing of the Gambino organized crime family, including defendants Fama, Lani, and Ruggiero, the management of the 80 Washington Place game. Thus, defendants Awade and Gallo used many of the same locations and personnel to operate the rigged games, and they were required to make payments to the Gambino family for the games, rigged or straight, that they operated. In a text message with defendant Hennon in July 2023, which was recovered from his iCloud account, defendant Awadi, a.k.a. Flappy, confirmed that his game was backed by the Gambino crime family. So here's the text message from Flappy. So what? Your family would now gamble in Colombo or Geneviso? LMFAO. And then Flappy says, Gambino, sir. You can see that right below. Holy mackerel. This is absolutely insane. Here's another one. In connection with a rigged game in East Hampton, New York, that defrauded John Doe's number 2 and 3, defendant Jones asked Stroud for payment even before the game started, as reflected in the text message below. D. Jones, hey, Rob, can you send me one of those wires on your phone? I don't know how much the job pays tomorrow, but can I get a 10K advance on it? God really bless me that you have action for me because I needed it today bad. And you can see there, September of 2023. Wow. Boy, is it safe to say that sports betting has gotten completely out of control? Holy macadamia nut. In response to this message, Stroud sent, sorry about the zooming here. I'm trying to get everything in frame. Stroud sent $2,500 to Jones via Zelle. That same day, 3 days later, messages show that defendant Goodson, a.k.a. Tony and Macon, coached Jones in real time on how to cheat by instructing him to pay attention to defendants, Awade, whom he likened. So these are all like sort of secret names, fake names, for obvious reasons. Likened to NBA All-Star Steph Curry, and Garzon, whom he compared to NBA All-Star LeBron James. And in case of doubt, to fold his hand. Tony and Macon, remember, if you have to think hard about a call, just fold. D, watch Ammar. He's the Steph. Also watch Marco. He's the Bron. Does it all. Wow. This is it's so unbelievable, y'all. Absolutely. But wait, there's more. Another example, as described in the indictment in April of 2019, defendants Billups, Ernest, Guillet, Stroud, and Way organized and participated in rigged poker games in Las Vegas, Nevada, using a rigged shuffling machine provided by defendant Stroud. They rigged the shuffling machine, for crying out loud. Holy mackerel. The defendants defrauded victims of at least $50,000. Below are examples of text messages sent between defendants Stroud and Way, in which they discussed the participation of defendants Chauncey Billups, that's the coach who was just arrested in Oregon this morning, and Ernest, and the need to lose purposely on occasion to avoid suspicion of cheating. Spook and Chauncey hit 2 gut shot on the river against the same guy. Both calls were over $30,000. That was in April of 19. Stroud then responds, the one guy on the end acted like he wanted Chauncey to have his money. He was starstruck. Yeah, I know. They all were, really. So I was thinking maybe instead of you playing, we let one of the Middle Eastern guys play. Whenever he got the winning hand, Chauncey and /Spook lose to him and Mitch. Wow. And then Stroud responds, sounds like a plan. Sophie in New York says, okay, perfect. They already know all the signals. Just got to let us know which one. This is straight out of Hollywood. This is straight out of a Scorsese movie. Holy mackerel, this is insane. There's more, too. Mazzola also sent defendants Stroud and Goodson the list of signals that would be used at the table during the rigged Miami game shown below. Mikey 1K, Chad Green, Lex 500, G Chin, Maz tap wrist or arm, black equals fold. Wow, that's huge. Oh my God, caught red-handed. As a representative example, in September of 2024, defendants Alvarez, Goodson, Guillet, Hahn, Mazzolo, and Runzulli organized and participated in rigged poker games in Miami, Florida. The defendants defrauded John Doe of at least $60,000, relatively speaking, to these millionaire basketball. It just doesn't seem like a lot of money. I don't get this. Using altered shuffling machines, in the below message, defendant Mazzolo sent Stroud and Goodson the following list of players for the rigged Miami game. G, Lex, Mikey, Max, Tone, Kenny, Little Robbie, Jamie Friend, and then a redacted Fish. Fish is a term, I do know this. You see how I know things. Fish in poker means a rookie or green or somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. You call somebody a fish. Members of the conspiracy frequently texted about the scheme in real time. At times, they tried to coordinate how to lose purposefully on occasion to keep the victim at the table for longer or to avoid suspicion of cheating. Guys, one example shown below in messages between defendant Renzulli, Big Mikey, and Alvarez, G-Stacks, in a group chat that also included Han, Mazzolo, and Stroud. Check this out. Big Mikey. Hey, guys, please let him win a hand. He's in for $40K in 40 minutes. He will leave if he gets no traction. You know what I'm saying? G-Stacks replies, agreed. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Just wow. This is an ongoing breaking story investigation. The LeBron James thing just came out.